Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365 on Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. And yes, the Currency 365 channel has been terminated by YouTube. So a lot of people are still asking me what happened to your channel. Yeah, it's gone, right? So we are here on Eyes Open Media. I'm also on Patreon, of course, patreon.com/currency365. And of course, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook as well. All right. Okay, so let's look at the what are we here for? The road to number one. Okay, that's what the video is about. All right, so another day of burns. We did that 38 million redelegation really did hurt a little bit. It did bring us back under 5,000 in burns today. So but it's all good. We'll build back up and we'll get it right on back on track. And remember, we're just taking action right now until the major events take place. And there's major events are coming. If you follow me on Patreon, you can see that they're coming very quickly, and things will change. Things are going to change drastically, And so we're just taking action right now, staying busy, and waiting for those major events to take place. Right. So one of them took place already, and that's the ETF that did pass, and so I expect about, I told my Patreons, I expect about $3 to $5 trillion to come into the crypto markets over the next, first half of 2020, at least before the halving, right? So I think we can expect $3 to $5 trillion to come in into the crypto markets by institutional money and others in retail before the halving. And so just do the math on that. That means that things like Luna Classic and Theta, let's just take Theta for example, say $1 right now. You get $3 to $5 trillion coming to Theta. You're looking at a possibly $16 to $50 Theta range price in that range, right? So things like that, right? So I expect that before the halvening. I think we can have $3 to $5 trillion come into the markets, especially if the Feds when the Feds are talking about rate cuts and printing money and turning on the printers again as well. All right. Anyways, now of course there are some people, institutions and entities that are going to want to stop this so that retail don't become rich. And one of them is Bank of America, and the other one is Vanguard. Vanguard controls Gary Gensler's finances and estate, so no surprise there. And then Bank of America also now saying, look, we're not going to support the ETFs as well. You can't buy them from us. Vanguard saying you can't buy them from us as well. That should be illegal, but of course it's not. They were passed by the SEC, but yet you can't buy them there. So there's going to be some entities that don't want people to buy the ETFs, even though they've been approved, and they're going to try to stop that. But there's a lot of places that are going to allow ETFs to be approved. I mean, to go through. So a lot of money is going to be going through those. Unfortunately for Vanguard and Bank of America, I think they're going to lose a lot of customers, and they're going to regret. They probably change their mind in a couple months when they see all the money that they're losing and all the customers that they're losing. Remember that Bank of America is on Apostle Solomon's list to one of the banks that probably goes under. I think Bank of America. I know it was Wells Fargo, then it was Bank of America. Wells Fargo's having severe problems right now, right? And it looks like they're about to go under. And then Bank of America, I think, was next after that one. So I can't remember. But anyways, that's not a good sign for Bank of America. They're going to lose a lot of crypto customers as the world goes digital and no longer fiat. It's really bad to make those types of announcements. Okay. So let's go here and let's look at Brad's Twitter. And let me give my disclaimer. I am not Brad. I am Currency 365. Brad is in the Telegram group at Burn Tokens. That group is now private though. So if you want to get in the group, you're gonna have to cough up $100 now to get in the group. So anyways, the group is private. So there's I think there's 222 people in there right now, and unless somebody has money, you can't get in. I guess you can't get in the group. But anyways, it is what it is. 784 followers here for Brad, and let's see what else is going on. Let's go to our goals. Our goals are still around that 5 to 10,000. That's where we are. We haven't achieved this 10,000 goal yet. And one of the reasons why is because Gary Gensler and the SEC were absolutely just killing the markets with this delay and this funny business with the ETFs for the last 2 months, right? And so they knew it was going to be approved, and yet they made everybody have to sweat and work for it, amendments after amendments. They tricked basically they were tricking the market from they were stopping the markets from skyrocketing, right? So they did everything they had to do to keep the markets from skyrocketing, and in those last 2 months, and by just playing a lot of games with the ETF, and that's what really messed up a lot of things because of they just said, yeah, well, things are going to be approved. We're going to be proving everything. Things would have skyrocketed right into the ETFs, and they didn't allow that. They don't. Have you noticed that they don't want anything up? When the markets were up 7%, that's when all of a sudden Vanguard says we're not letting you buy ETFs, right? Then Bank of America comes out and says we're not allowing you to buy ETFs as well. They waited till the markets were up 7% though. They didn't do it in the beginning of trading, right? They waited then to the mark, and this is what they keep doing. This is why I keep telling you guys: these people will not stop. They will find things, then negative things to do to talk about over and over and over again every time the markets are going up. They hate retail making money, right? And so they will continue to do this. It's not going to stop, you know. And so that's where we step in with the burnout validator because then we don't care what they say. When you have a which like let's say today, like they did what they did today, would we care if we had a burn all validator that had $1 million a day coming in liquidity? We wouldn't give a crap what these people said, right? We have $1 million a day coming in liquidity. We can buy up and burn any token we want and pump it anytime we want. That's power, folks, and people don't understand that. And so people don't clearly they don't understand that because we would be the number one validator right now, and we would be repegging USTC, right? So people just don't understand that to get out of this matrix and get out of the hands of the central banks and all these bankers that are destroying retailers and hate retailers, you have to fight back with power. You can only fight back with power. Power has to fight power. You can't fight back with excuses or hiding or laying low. You have to fight back with power, and that's liquidity, right? Liquidity is how you fight back, right? And so that's the most important part. It's like, yo, we got liquidity over here, and we're gonna take it, and we're gonna use it, and we're gonna make people wealthy instantly, right? We can inject $1 million every day into a token, buy it and burn it, and boom, it's up 9,000% in 3 months or 30 days. The SEC can't. These people, don't, you don't have to worry about these people anymore, right? And so that's what we're trying to do here with the burnout validator. That's what Brad got it for us, and people just don't understand that, and so they suffer, and they have to go through all the excuses of why the cryptos aren't pumping. You don't have any powers. The power is in the hands of the wicked, right? And so and God is led us to the burn it all validator that Brad has created and said, go into this thing and create your liquidity and take the markets back. And people are like, nah, we don't understand. So we're just gonna sit here and cry about the SEC and all the bad things that they do to us, instead of taking the power back by liquidity. You need liquidity to control these markets. Okay. Now they use false liquidity. They use fake liquidity called leveraging and derivatives, right? So they use fake liquidity to control these markets. They don't actually have liquidity. That's why it's a liquidity crisis, right? They use fake money to control the market. So we're gonna, because we're not them, we're gonna need real money to control these markets, right? So we're different. We're gonna need real money to control. We're not using derivatives to control the markets, right? They are, right? They're the ones that are evil. We're gonna use real money to control the markets. All right. All right. So here's the daily burn post from Brad. It says we are here for one reason, to burn USTC. LUNC needs to the repeg in order to be revived. If you want to help us, join the burn it all about it. Hey Brad, once you start tagging some of these influencers in the LUNC community, just start tag. If they block you, then there's the signal right there, right? Because they shouldn't block you. What they should do is say, "Hey, you're tagging me. Let's talk," or "What's up?" You know, that's what they should say. If they block you, then they're not for the repay, right? They're just it's just entertainment, right? So it's just entertainment, you know. So because if you tag me, you know, 3 or 4 times, I'm going to reach out to you. But hey, what's up? You keep tagging me in these things, and you'll be like, yeah, because we want you to support the repay. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, what's up? What you guys doing, and how much you burning so far, and everything. I would, if I'm serious about the repay, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm going to ask you questions and what are you guys doing, and what's the vision of the validator, and what's the success of it. If I don't know, because I'm busy doing all these other things, I'm not going to block you if you're burning tokens on a daily basis to repay. So I think Brad, you need to challenge some of these influencers and these people in the LUNC community, and start tagging some of these people and see what they say, and then let us know what they actually say. Because if they block you immediately, then they're not for the repay. Because nobody would block a validator that's burning USTC on a daily basis for repay purposes to make them wealthy, right? Unless they're actually not for the repeg and they're actually lying to the community, and they're actually the enemies of the chain, which there is a bunch of people that talk or that tweet every day, and they're actually enemies of the chain, and you will never know unless you prayed about it, right? So okay, so you see the 5,994. So we did drop under 6,000 because of that redelegation that happened a couple of days ago. And I don't even know what happened today. I haven't even checked it. So we might did we maybe I don't know what we did today in the burn. So we'll check it. In the staking and staking, delegating, redelegating. I have no clue what we did today. So I'll check. I did stake another million a day. I'll stake another million tomorrow, and so far it's been 1 million. I might step it up a little bit and maybe go, 2, 3 million from time to time, or even more. But we're waiting for these altcoins to really get, to really do their things, and I don't want to really want to step it up too much until these altcoins really take off, so we can make as much money on those, and then come back and really start staking, and really start staking 100 million, 3 billion, 1 billion, you know what I mean, and start really getting it going with the rest of the guys in the Telegram group. All right, the LUNC community. LUNC Pen says the LUNC community, key to financial freedom is in your hands. Temporarily delegate your LUNC to burn it all, to burn USTC for a seamless repeg in 90 days. Yeah. Okay. Now there's a proposal that's up right now that's copying a 90 days. I don't know who put that up. It was definitely nobody that we know, right? But or I don't know who that was, but they basically just copied me and said 90 days. Let's increase the tax to LUNC 3%, or 2% LUNC and 3% USTC for repeg, and 90 days, and then go back to the two, and then after that go to a 1.5% burn or something like that, 1.5% burn tax, and then after that go back to the point 0.5 or something like that. And it was just awfully done, and with no actual details of substance in the art. So people are just voting no with veto, or no on that one. So okay, it was just awfully done, and I just think they're just copying currency 365 90 days thing, and they probably mean well, and they want to burn. They're probably sick of not seeing the burns on there, so I'm pretty sure they mean well, but It just wasn't written out properly. And like I said before, and when I said a long time ago, if you guys don't write these things out properly, the validators are going to vote no. You have to write these things out professionally, and I've been telling you guys that from the beginning, right? So, anyways, they're going to vote no if you don't write it out professionally with all the details. Okay, so because they don't want to ask you they don't want to ask you anything. Everything should be in the proposal. If they have to ask several questions, they're gonna deny it. They're gonna vote no or no a veto or abstain, because if there's questions to be had in the final proposal, then that means that you probably didn't put it in the Commonwealth to let them ask their questions, right? So they're gonna veto. They're gonna probably go no a veto or no. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have all the things, all questions answered. When you put a proposal up, all questions are answered. Everything is dotted. Everything's summarized. Everything's explained. And you just can't just throw a proposal out there. Most likely, it will be disapproved. All right. I think there's only been like one or two proposals that were just thrown out there. One from Vegas. Hey, let's burn the 800 800 million USTC, right? So that was a proposal that didn't really have much substance, but we all knew because they talked about it for like 2 weeks before he put it up, you know. But so that one, and then there was probably one or two more that had no substance behind it, but it got approved. But most of them, the community already was talking about it weeks in advance. So, but other than that, you gotta have substance in your stuff, and you gotta write it correctly before you even have a chance. Even the ones that are really detailed still don't even pass. So you have to make sure you write it up correctly. All right, so 57 million and 58 million in burns, which is way low. And then we have 130,000 in burns today. So we're almost close to 200,000 today in burns. That's looking good there. So shout out to everybody burning USTC, trying to help us repeg this thing, get it down. Every day we get closer and closer to repegging. Even though the pace that we're on right now is going to take probably like 30 years, but at least we're getting closer and closer and closer to repegging, right? So every day we wake up, we get closer and closer, and that's all that matters. And we gotta pick it up significantly, but at least every day we're getting closer and closer as we burn the supply. All right, so let's go to the validators to wrap up the video here, and let's see. Where are we? We keep dropping. We were dropping even more. Yeah, we're at 38 now. So we're at 48. Excuse me, we're at 48 right now. So we're at 48. We're at 3,038,000,000 right now. So trying to come back. I didn't even check what happened all day. So yeah, we no undelegations, no redelegations, and there's the last 24 hours. So at least right now. So this is last 23. So I'm gonna click this button here in a second after I thank everybody. So 1 million delegation, thank you so much. 1 million delegation, thank you. So one of them is probably mine. I don't know which one it was, but either way, it's all good. 700 came in. Thank you so much. 500,000. Thank you so much. 1,100,000. Thank you so much. Or 1,100,000. Excuse me. And then we have 100,000. Thank you so much. 3,503. Thank you so much. 54,323. Thank you so much. 10 million came in delegation. That was all. No, I didn't see that one. Thank you so much. 22,000. That's a double, right? So nice double. We got some base hits. We got some bunts, some base hits, and we got a double. So shout out to the person that came in with the double there. 22 5 came in. Thank you so much. And then let's look here. Last day, the last one was 11 111 111. Okay, and that came in. Thank you so much for that one. I think David did that one. All right, so that's where we stand. You guys can see the top 10 wallets here. And all right, so I got two wallets here, and in the top 10, and a lot of these people have not added to their position. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, you guys haven't added. Maybe because they started another wallet, so that could be because I haven't added to my position either. So, but I'm number one. But you know what I mean. So you would think they would add the position to try to get that number one spot, but a lot of them haven't add to their position yet. So I know. I know Brad added a little bit here. He went from 115 to 117. And okay. So, but most of the people here have not added to their position. So maybe they have a different wallet. Maybe they're adding on a different wallet. So okay. But it is what it is. All right. So we just got to keep staying busy, keep adding to our positions. We remove circulating supply from LUNC, and then we also burn USTC and remove that permanently out of circulation. So we're doing two things at one time. So if we keep adding our position, we'll keep removing that LUNC tokens out of circulation, and we keep permanently burning the USTC. All right. And then we just stay busy until these major events take place, which they're coming, as you guys can see. They're coming very quickly here. I think we're going to have a prosperous first half of 2024 with the crypto markets. I'm predicting $3 to $5 trillion is going to come into the markets, and then I'm also predicting that one of the reset currencies, is at least one of them, is going to break in this time period as well, and we're going to be able to do the things that we want to do, right? Because God did promise that the dinar was imminent for 2024. So here we are. So, and Iraq's already saying we're breaking free from the dollar in the United States. Um, so let the games begin, right? So, anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.